Mahomes or Brady? Who do you got?
There's a different level. There's a different level.
Game for your life. You pick any quarterback you've seen, and your life's on the line. Who do you want being the quarterback?
Bill Belichick really hurt himself, and I think that he's the greatest coach probably ever. Nobody can take away from that, but you guys know better than me. This is what I've been saying for the last few months. You're the man that forced out Tom Brady. You're not coming back from that. You're just not. And as bad as things were the last 4 years, put it in this perspective. Again, you guys would know better than me. You're in that area. I'm speaking as a New Yorker with the fans and everybody else talking about Boston fans here. If Tom Brady has said, it's time, I want to retire, I'm thankful for everything, love you guys, and walked away, and the same struggles existed, Bill Belichick might still be there.
Yeah.
Because you would have been more patient, you would have been more forgiving, more understanding, and Mr. Kraft would have as well. But you told him Tom was done. You told him I needed to move on. This man leaves, goes to Tampa, wins the very first year he departed from you, okay? And in the meantime, you've got Mac Jones, who was looking good first year, but then you decide that Joe Judge and Matt Patricia can be offensive coordinators. You messed that up. And then for the next 2 years, not only do you not recover, but y'all nosedive offensively to the point where you look inept. We know you're not inept. So why did these mistakes happen? Your ego, which is why he didn't get hired. They know you walk into the room, you've had control. Y'all see the direction that pro sports is going in. Younger dudes are getting hired. They're bringing in their own dudes with the analytics, the metrics, etc. And their attitude is, this is how we want to do things. Can we get him to listen to us? Who's he going to listen to? He shows that he ain't trying to listen to anybody. So you can't trust him to listen to New Breed because he's forgotten more football than they know. And where you were, you pissed off your boss because you convinced him to let you have your way, because I'm telling you what I was told, figure out who told me. If Bill Belichick had gone to Tom Brady and said, I don't want you to leave, will you stay? Tom Brady stays.
Yeah, they pay him.
He doesn't leave. He doesn't leave. It would have worked out. The fact that you were not willing to do that is what I was told. You were not willing to do that. Tom Brady like, I'm out. I'm down.
Yeah, but Steven, you can't leave out the ownership part of that. They gave up the right to franchise Tom Brady. Who made that decision?
Hold on, I agree with that. No, but wait a minute.
Kraft made that decision.
Oh, no, Tony, you're not doing this. Not on your show. You and I go back years. You're not trying that. Don't tell me that the Tony that I've known for decades would not have said, man, you gave me 20 years, you deserve this. That's what I'm talking about. We know business-wise it wasn't the wisest thing to do, but if somebody produces for you for 20 years, 9 Super Bowls in 19 years, 6 Super Bowl championships, and all he's saying a year in advance is that a year from now I want the freedom to leave, you would not have kept somebody that produced like that for you. You would not have done that.
Then you could have overruled the coach and given Tom the contract he wanted.
Wait a minute.
Kraft didn't. Hold on.
You're not telling the truth, though.
Hold on. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. And as you said, it's our show.
But I am a guest, and you did invite me on several occasions.
That's right. You are a guest.
You got it.
So remember, Robert Kraft negotiated the contracts with Tom Brady.
Yes, sir.
For the large majority of his time that they were in New England.
Yes.
So why, when it came to that point, all of a sudden was it in Bill Belichick's hands?
No. What I'm saying to you, Tony, is this. I get what you're coming from. But if you and I have a relationship, and you've been doing this for me for years, and you produce while taking less dollars than you could have commanded and stuff like that to facilitate you assembling a roster so we could compete for years. At some point in time, Tony, I know you're a good guy. You're going to go like this. He's done this for me for 15, 16, 17 years. I owe him this. That's what Mr. Kraft did.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't anything wrong with that. But in the same breath, you tell me, why couldn't you just sign him from the beginning and kept him happy?
No, because he was saying it wasn't just about the money, it was about the relationship with Belichick.
Okay, and but it was largely about the money. If they had given him that Drew Brees contract,
Brady kept asking for the Drew Brees contract.
And Mike and I have talked about this a lot. If they had given him that deal from the very beginning and never let it go down to the wire, there would have been no issue. And Brady went to them after the Atlanta Super Bowl. Brady went to them and asked them, give me this deal, when am I going to get my extension? And they didn't give it to him.
Yes, but what I'm saying to you is part of the reason it didn't happen is because the man himself, who's Belichick that we're talking about, didn't want it to happen. If Belichick went to Kraft and said, I'm with Brady, this is what we want, Kraft does it.
At the end of the day, that last year when they lost to Tennessee, if Belichick told Kraft, I need Brady, keep Brady, would Kraft have said fine, and would have Brady stayed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Then why you argue with me?
That's the point.
That's the point.
Because I think it's still Robert Kraft's team, and the owner can.
Well, that's fair. Kraft could have overruled Belichick. He could have overruled him. That's what you're saying.
And
he should have overruled him.
which has happened. We have Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo here. Mad Dog, and I want both of you. Mahomes or Brady? Who do you got?
Well, you've heard me, Stevie. I've told you about. We've done a lot of this, right?
Yeah.
Those Wednesdays. I think Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever seen. Now,
talent-wise, yes.
I think he's tremendous. Listen, if you have a game to win for your life, I'm taking Mahomes. Now, if you were looking at it from an aggregate standpoint, you got guys who got 2 Super Bowls and guys who got 7. You got to take Brady. But if you ask me, it's like Sandy Koufax and let's say Walter Johnson.
How do you feel about all those old baseball references?
Yeah,
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because he's kind of shocked.
No one knows
at
who they're
what
talking
I
about.
know when
he does
brings that stuff up.
He's good.
No,
but my father
but the
was
listeners
a
have
baseball
his
encyclopedia.
father
the listeners have no idea when he brings up those old guys.
That's right. But I'm here to reel him in.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He's a
Koufax
superstar
had
now.
the 4 great years. So if you took, and you're not 10 or 12, same thing with Mahomes. Aggregate Brady, game for your life. Stephen A. right now, you pick any quarterback you've seen, and your life's on the line. Who do you want being the quarterback?
I get you with Mahomes because the talent is the talent. I'm just saying what I said to you on First Take. Anybody has a reason to use that analogy other than you. You of all people.
Why can't I do
Mr.
that?
Historian. You bring up historian. 3 words. Historian, legacy, and immortal. His 3 favorite words.
Okay.
Historian, legacy, immortal. And I'm saying all of that gets attached with longevity. But he wants to throw that out the window when it comes to Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. So what I'm saying is somebody like us who can be prisoners of the moment and witnessing a Patrick Mahomes, but we might decide to defer to history. He doesn't get to blame us for that because it's all he does. I'll bring up a point about Kobe or MJ or whatever. This brother goes to Pete Merritt.
Yeah.
You understand? This is what he does. Okay. I bring up Steph Curry. He brings
You
up Bird.
do some of that too, young man.
And this is what he does.
Bob Cousy.
This is what he does. Bird. Bird.
Oh, I love Bird. He knows I love Bird.
Bird. And I'm like, this is what he does all the time. But then when it comes to Patrick Mahomes and then Tom Brady, you want us to throw that aside. Be consistent. That's all I'm saying. If I said Mahomes, it's tolerable. You is inexcusable.
Did you hear his New Yorker thing the other day?
So you're Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm Mahomes.
I'm Mahomes.
Brady.
Brady.
I can't get Mahomes. My life's on the line now. My life.
Life.
Brady.
You're still taking Brady, huh?
Brady.
Well, let me say this to you.
But ask me again and
Well,
ask me
let me
again.
use this
Ask you
analogy.
Sunday night in a week.
I use this analogy with NBA all the time. There are people, my answer to a specific question about NBA players over the course of 48 minutes is different than what it is when you ask me about somebody in the last 2 minutes.
That's true,
So
too.
in other words, what I'm saying, when you bring up that analogy, if you're going to tell me Brady, okay, over the last 2 minutes, I'm with you. You tell me over the course of 48 minutes,
Good point.
I'm looking at Mahomes.
And don't forget Montana, 4-0 in the Super
4-0.
Bowl, 3 MVPs.
127 passer rating.
Now, was it 11
11 touchdowns,
No
0
picks.
interceptions.
Thank
Yes,
you. I know
absolutely.
that one well.